It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 16th of November. I'm Michael Groff. We continue with below average temperatures, but dry conditions through much of the forecast period. Some breezes around today. Might be a good day for a kite. Yeah, a kite day out there today. And then those breezes will begin to slack off as we go into tomorrow and the rest of the week, heading into the weekend. Just beautiful weather to continue. What about that forecast for Thanksgiving? Do we expect any rain chances anytime soon? Well, let's talk about it, shall we? Let's take a look at that almanac from yesterday. 71 degrees, the afternoon high. 44 was the morning low. 6 and 10 degrees below the climatological averages, respectively. And as we take a peek outside right now, here at 8:25 a.m., we've got sunny sky across the area, 48 degrees at Sky Harbor, but it's pretty dry. Dew point at 17, humidity 29%. Now, the observation at the airport shows the wind out of the west at 3 miles per hour, but I can tell you it is much more breezy than that right now. And the barometer, 30.24 inches and rising. The upper level weather pattern across the nation continues to show a meridional flow here, a deep northwesterly flow ongoing across the western states, thanks in part to a rather dominant, rather abnormal area of high pressure that continues to sit over the northeast Pacific all the way up into Alaska, the Yukon, the Northwest Territory. And so we're on that front side of the ridge, so that's going to spell out more dry air and these little short waves that dive down. One that is sitting there just off the coast of Southern California and northern Baja this morning. But that is a very dry look for us. But with strong surface high to the north and low pressure to the south and west of us, that means the pressure gradient tightening up. And that's why we have those breezy conditions. Much of the nation gripped by below average temperatures thanks to that northwesterly flow. Oops. And here we go to the watch warning map. And we've got wind advisories to the west of us here across the Colorado River and into Southern California for much of Imperial, Riverside, San Bernardino County. High wind warnings further to the west as well. Further to the north, not much wind to be found at all. In fact, air stagnation advisories continue for much of southern and eastern Oregon into southwest Idaho, including the Boise area. Just east of there, snow a possibility for much of Montana. Cut Bank over toward Great Falls. Yeah, could see some snowflakes flying there, some winter weather advisories. And the convective outlook for today, no organized severe weather across the nation, hardly any thunder to be found across the contiguous U.S., a little bit over, of all places, eastern Maine. And here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, nothing. Region-wide, nothing. This is a dry weather pattern, folks, and it's going to continue for the foreseeable future. We'll get into the details of that right now as we take a look at the models. Check it out. This is the GFS. It is the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right, there is that enormous and abnormally strong ridge of high pressure. I mean, look at that thing. That is about 4 standard deviations above average in terms of its strength and those upper level heights, basically off the chart. And that sits out there extending from the Bering Sea through Alaska, the Northeast Pacific, Northwest Canada. And around here, deep northerly flow. And so down at the surface, strong surface high continues to sit to the north. And with a lower pressure to the south and southwest, that means that strong northeasterly wind going to continue here. Breezy to locally windy conditions for northern Arizona. The deserts of Southern California and out toward the coast. Yeah, could see some wind gusts near 60 miles per hour today in those canyons. So obviously the Santa Ana setup and the potential for some wildfires. So we do have to be aware of that. Here in Phoenix, we expect north to northeasterly breezes 10 to 20 miles per hour. Could see a gust to around 30 miles per hour at times today, especially through the midday hours. And then the winds will begin to back down later today. High temperatures in Phoenix, upper 60s to low 70s. Tonight, mostly clear sky. We'll have overnight lows mostly in the 40s, although the cool spots could dip into the upper 30s. And then tomorrow, maybe a degree cooler, highs mid-60s to around 70. The sky remains mostly sunny. And then for the rest of the week, those short waves continue to pass by in dry fashion. Highs mid to upper 60s for Friday, Saturday. Sunday might see highs pretty close to 70, maybe getting to the low 70s perhaps on Monday. and upper 60s to low 70s on Tuesday. You do see a system coming into the Pacific Northwest, indicating that this pattern begins to break down. That anomalous ridge finally is going to give way a bit. And so we're going to be able to see more of a quasi-zonal flow develop for us. But the net result for our weather doesn't change much. Maybe a few passing clouds, maybe even enough to call it partly sunny by Tuesday, and high temperatures will continue to be just a shade below average. Now, here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 23rd of November, the busiest travel day of the year. And for us here in the West, especially the Southwest, well, no travel troubles whatsoever. Mostly sunny sky continues. You see a ridge building in. A little piece of energy is breaking off to the south of us. So we could see some breezes, but that's going to be about it. Temperatures will remain pretty close to average. Going out 10 days. This is Friday, the 25th. Now look at that ridge. It's building across the Plain States. We're on the western side of it. A little upper low developing potentially underneath that. I don't know about that right now, but the bottom line is we do expect high pressure to be the more or less dominant feature for us as we go into next week. And so temperatures may warm up a bit. We could have highs up into the middle or upper 70s if this verifies with some breezy conditions. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this goes out through the 30th of November off of the European ensemble. And look, the prospect of seeing any significant rain doesn't look likely. Some, or at least a scattering of members, try to bring in maybe a little bit of precipitation way out there toward the end of the month, but I doubt it. And temperatures off of the national blend of models. It's consistent, I'll say that. Highs around 70 to the mid-70s for the most part over the next 10 days or so. Overnight lows mainly in the 40s. The cool spots get down in the 30s. And all right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Press the right buttons, Mike. There you go. Hi. My next video is back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is the one and only Asian sensation, Michelle. You guys, thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is greatly appreciated. Please be safe out there. Have yourselves a glorious Wednesday.